The story of Saint Mary Magdalene is one of the most intriguing and misunderstood in Christianity. Often depicted as a repentant sinner, her true identity and role in the life of Jesus go far beyond this simplification. Who was Mary Magdalene, and why does her story continue to fascinate and inspire millions of people around the world? In this video, we will explore the life of this remarkable woman, from her early years to her crucial role in the ministry of Jesus Christ. Mary Magdalene, also known as Mary of Magdala, is mentioned by name in all four canonical Gospels, which is rare for a woman in biblical literature. This alone highlights her importance. Her name suggests that she came from Magdala, a prosperous fishing town on the coast of the Sea of Galilee. This origin indicates that she likely had resources and a stable social position. Over the centuries, the image of Mary Magdalene has been shaped by cultural and religious interpretations that often distorted her true story. In the Middle Ages, she was mistakenly identified as the sinful woman who anointed Jesus' feet, a misconception that has persisted to this day. However, the scriptures and apocryphal texts reveal a much more complex and significant figure. The importance of Mary Magdalene in the Jesus movement is undeniable. She not only offered financial support but was also present at the most crucial moments of Jesus' life. Her dedication and faith were unwavering, standing out among the disciples as a fervent and loyal follower. Her transformation and devotion exemplify the central message of redemption in Christianity. In addition to her constant presence beside Jesus, Mary Magdalene played an active role in spreading his messages. She was an eyewitness to Jesus' miracles and teachings, and her unwavering faith served as an example for early Christians. Her legacy continues to be a source of inspiration and debate as scholars and believers seek to understand the true essence of her story. This video aims to unveil the true story of Saint Mary Magdalene, exploring not only the biblical texts but also the traditions and legends that have formed around her. We will delve into her life, her achievements, and her lasting impact on the Christian faith. Prepare to discover one of the most fascinating and enigmatic figures of the New Testament. Mary Magdalene's early years are shrouded in mystery and legends. There are not many direct records about her childhood and youth, which has left room for a series of speculations and myths. Some suggest she was born into a wealthy and educated family, while others believe she might have had a more humble beginning. Her hometown, Magdala, was a thriving fishing town known for its dried fish trade and manufactured goods. The town of Magdala, located on the coast of the Sea of Galilee, was a vibrant commercial center. This urban and economically stable environment may have provided Mary Magdalene with education and a comfortable lifestyle. However, the lack of concrete information about her early years only increases the fascination with her figure. Her life before meeting Jesus remains an enigma, but her subsequent transformation is what truly defines her story. The traditions surrounding her youth are varied and often contradictory. Some apocryphal texts and medieval legends suggest that Mary Magdalene might have been married or betrothed before becoming a follower of Jesus. These stories, however, lack solid historical foundation and are mostly seen as later attempts to fill the gaps in her biography. What we know for certain is that her life changed radically after her encounter with Jesus. According to the Gospels, Mary Magdalene was delivered from 7 demons by Jesus, an act symbolizing the release from deep torments and a complete spiritual transformation. This event marked a significant turning point in her life, leading her to join Jesus' inner circle and his disciples. The exact nature of these demons has been interpreted in various ways, from mental health conditions to metaphors for sins or spiritual struggles. After her healing, Saint Mary Magdalene became one of Jesus' most devoted followers. She not only offered financial support but also actively participated in the movement, witnessing many of Jesus' miracles and teachings. Her unwavering faith and dedication stand out in the scriptures, showing that she was much more than a mere follower. Her personal transformation is a powerful example of the central Christian message of redemption. Mary Magdalene's early years, though shrouded in mystery, set the stage for her incredible journey of faith and devotion. Her origin in Magdala, her transformative encounter with Jesus, and her subsequent dedication to his ministry reveal a complex and deeply influential figure. After being delivered by Christ from the 7 demons, Mary Magdalene joined Jesus' inner circle and his disciples. She not only provided financial support to the group but also became an active participant in spreading Jesus' messages. Her unwavering devotion and faith made her a central figure in the nascent Christian movement. Mary Magdalene is mentioned repeatedly in the Gospels, indicating her importance and the respect she earned among Jesus' followers. Mary Magdalene's transformation exemplifies the message of redemption and hope central to Christianity. Her life before and after meeting Jesus shows the power of faith and divine mercy. She went from being a woman tormented by demons to a dedicated disciple who witnessed many of the most significant moments of Jesus' life. Her journey is a testament to the transformative power of God's love and grace. Saint Mary Magdalene was not just a passive follower, she played an active and significant role in Jesus' ministry. She was present at many crucial events, from the miracles to the public teachings. Her unwavering faith and commitment to Jesus stand out in the scriptures, showing that she was a figure of great influence and importance. Her constant presence and unwavering support made her one of the most respected and venerated disciples. The encounter with Jesus and Mary Magdalene's subsequent transformation are central moments in her story. They illustrate the power of faith and redemption, showing how a life can be completely renewed through divine grace. Saint Mary Magdalene was an eyewitness to many of the miracles performed by Jesus, and her unwavering faith was strengthened by these extraordinary events. Her proximity to Jesus during his ministry allowed her to witness firsthand the demonstrations of power and compassion that marked Jesus' mission. These miracles not only strengthened her faith but also inspired her to dedicate herself even more to the nascent Christian movement. Among the miracles that Mary Magdalene likely witnessed were the healing of the sick, the raising of the dead, and the multiplication of loaves and fishes. Each of these events reinforced the message of hope and redemption that Jesus preached. Mary Magdalene's presence at these critical moments highlights her importance in the biblical narrative and her role as a dedicated and faithful follower. Mary Magdalene's faith never wavered, even in the face of challenges and adversity. She continued to follow Jesus with devotion, always ready to support his ministry and spread his messages. Her unwavering faith made her a figure of great inspiration for the early Christians and for all who seek an example of devotion and spiritual commitment. Her constant presence and active support show that she was a committed and fervent follower. The miracles that Mary Magdalene witnessed were more than just supernatural events, they were signs of divine presence and Jesus' mission on earth. Her faith and testimony of these miracles reinforce her position as one of the most important and devoted figures in early Christianity. She not only saw the miracles happen but also understood their profound and spiritual significance, strengthening her devotion and commitment to Jesus' cause. Mary Magdalene was one of the first to recognize Jesus' true identity as the Messiah. Her understanding of the miracles and their spiritual significance showed that she had a deep and intuitive insight into Jesus' mission. Her faith and understanding made her one of the most important and respected disciples, and her testimony of the miracles was a crucial part of spreading Jesus' messages. Mary Magdalene's unwavering faith, strengthened by the miracles she witnessed, is a powerful example of devotion and spiritual commitment. Her constant presence and active support for Jesus' ministry showed that she was much more than a follower, she was a leader and an inspiration for the early Christians. Her story continues to inspire and strengthen the faith of millions of people around the world. Mary Magdalene played a crucial role during the Passion of Christ, being present at the most painful and significant moments of Jesus' life. Her constant presence alongside Jesus during these critical moments highlights her deep loyalty and devotion. She was one of the few who did not abandon Jesus, even as he faced death on the cross. During Jesus' trial and crucifixion, Saint Mary Magdalene was with the Virgin Mary, Jesus' mother, and the beloved disciple. This physical and emotional proximity to Jesus' suffering shows her courage and compassion. She witnessed the injustice and brutality of Jesus' trial, remaining steadfast by his side when many others fled. On the way to Golgotha, Mary Magdalene followed Jesus, witnessing every painful step of his final journey. Her presence along this path of suffering symbolizes her unwavering commitment to Jesus and his mission. Even when the situation seemed hopeless, Mary Magdalene did not turn away, demonstrating extraordinary strength of character. At the foot of the cross, Mary Magdalene witnessed Jesus' death. She was there to hear his final words, share in his mother's agony, and experience the pain of his loss. Her presence at this crucial moment in Christian history highlights her importance not only as a follower but as a key witness to the events that shaped Christianity. After Jesus' death, Saint Mary Magdalene was present in the preparation of his body for the tomb. This task was performed by those closest and dearest to the deceased, reinforcing the deep bond between Mary Magdalene and Jesus. She showed tireless devotion, caring for her master until the last moment. Saint Mary Magdalene's presence during the Passion of Christ underscores her loyalty and love for Jesus. She not only witnessed the most painful moments of his life but also remained steadfast in her faith and commitment. Her courage and devotion during the Passion of Christ continue to inspire millions of people, showing the depth of her faith and strength of character. Saint Mary Magdalene is celebrated as the first witness to Jesus' resurrection, an event that marked a turning point in the history of Christianity. On Sunday morning after the crucifixion, Mary Magdalene went to Jesus' tomb and found it empty. This moment of discovery and revelation transformed her life and placed her at the center of the resurrection narrative. According to the Gospel of John, Mary Magdalene was the first to see the risen Jesus. She was weeping near the empty tomb when Jesus appeared to her, but she initially did not recognize him. When he called her by name, Mary realized she was in the presence of her resurrected master. This encounter in the garden is one of the most moving and significant moments in the Bible. Jesus instructed Mary Magdalene to go and tell the disciples about his resurrection. This command gave her a crucial role in proclaiming the good news. Mary Magdalene ran to the disciples and announced, "I have seen the Lord." Her courage and willingness to share this transformative news made her the first preacher of the resurrection. The importance of Mary Magdalene as the first witness to the resurrection cannot be underestimated. Her personal experience of seeing the risen Jesus strengthened her faith and inspired the other disciples. Her narrative is a testament to the depth of her devotion and the lasting impact of her testimony on Christianity. Jesus' resurrection is at the heart of the Christian faith, and Mary Magdalene played a central role in this event. Her experience in the garden and her encounter with the risen Christ are celebrated as moments of divine revelation. She was chosen to be the bearer of Christianity's most important message, highlighting her special position among the disciples. Saint Mary Magdalene, as the first witness to the resurrection, continues to be a figure of inspiration and devotion. Her courage in sharing the news of the resurrection and her deep faith make her a lasting example of spiritual commitment. Her story is a powerful reminder of the role of women in Christianity and the importance of their testimony. After Jesus' resurrection, Mary Magdalene took on a vital role in the mission to spread the good news. She was one of the first to announce Jesus' resurrection to the other disciples, fulfilling the command Jesus gave her. This responsibility highlighted her importance in the early Christian community and her role as a spiritual leader. Mary Magdalene not only announced the resurrection but also continued to preach and share Jesus' messages. Her dedication to the post-resurrection mission exemplifies her unwavering commitment to Christ's cause. She became a fervent messenger, spreading the good news with enthusiasm and conviction. Tradition suggests that Saint Mary Magdalene traveled to various regions to preach the gospel. Although the details of her travels are unclear, her reputation as a dedicated missionary has persisted through the centuries. Her determination to spread Jesus' message shows her deep faith and commitment to the divine mission. In many apocryphal texts, Mary Magdalene is portrayed as a leader among Jesus' followers, highlighting her prominent role in the early Christian community. These texts offer a broader view of her influence and impact. Her leadership and devotion are celebrated as examples of unwavering faith and commitment. Saint Mary Magdalene also faced challenges and opposition in her mission. As a woman, she had to overcome cultural and social barriers to preach the gospel. Her courage in the face of these difficulties highlights her strength of character and determination to follow the mission Jesus entrusted to her. Saint Mary Magdalene's post-resurrection mission is a testament to her faith and devotion. She was not only a witness to the resurrection but also a leader in spreading Jesus' messages. Her story continues to inspire Christians worldwide, reminding us of the power of faith and the importance of sharing the good news. Saint Mary Magdalene left a lasting legacy in the early church, being one of the most respected and venerated figures among the early Christians. Her importance goes beyond her role as a witness to the resurrection. She was a spiritual leader and a source of inspiration for many. Through the centuries, her example of faith and devotion has continued to influence and shape Christian faith. In the early church, Saint Mary Magdalene was frequently mentioned in sermons and writings by the church fathers. They exalted her for her loyalty and testimony, using her story to illustrate redemption and the transformative power of faith in Jesus. Her figure was a symbol of hope and renewal, showing that anyone could find salvation and purpose through Christ. Mary Magdalene's role as a spiritual leader is also evident in various traditions and apocryphal texts. She is portrayed as a wise and influential disciple who challenged other disciples and offered deep insights into Jesus' teachings. These texts highlight her authority and knowledge, reinforcing her importance in spreading the gospel. In addition to her spiritual influence, Mary Magdalene was also venerated as a saint and martyr. Various places around the world claim to be her final resting place, and many Christians make pilgrimages to honor her memory. Churches and cathedrals have been built in her honor, and she is often invoked as a powerful and compassionate intercessor. Mary Magdalene's legacy is also reflected in art and literature throughout the centuries. Painters, sculptors, and writers have been inspired by her story, creating works that celebrate her faith and devotion. Her image as a loyal disciple and witness to the resurrection continues to be a source of artistic and spiritual inspiration. Saint Mary Magdalene left an indelible mark on the history of Christianity. Her example of faith, courage, and dedication continues to inspire millions of Christians worldwide. Her legacy in the early church and beyond is a testament to her lasting importance and influence, showing that her impact goes far beyond the pages of the Gospels. Saint Mary Magdalene has been a central figure in art and literature throughout the centuries. Her story and image have been interpreted and reinterpreted in various ways, reflecting cultural and religious changes. From early depictions in sacred art to modern literary reimaginings, Mary Magdalene continues to fascinate and inspire artists and writers. In medieval art, Mary Magdalene was often depicted as a penitent, with long loose hair and simple clothing, symbolizing her repentance and devotion. These images emphasized her transformation from sinner to faithful follower of Jesus. Works by artists such as Giotto and Donatello capture this duality, showing Mary Magdalene both as a repentant sinner and a venerated saint. During the Renaissance, the depiction of Mary Magdalene evolved. She was portrayed with more dignity and grace, reflecting a more positive view of her figure. Artists such as Leonardo da Vinci and Caravaggio created iconic works that highlight her beauty and spirituality. These works explore her humanity and her sanctity, offering a more complex and nuanced view of her story. Mary Magdalene remains a fascinating figure in popular culture, inspiring new interpretations and representations. Her story of faith, redemption, and devotion resonates with audiences around the world, highlighting her lasting importance and relevance. Through art and literature, her figure continues to live on, offering inspiration and reflection for future generations. Mary Magdalene is venerated in various places around the world, and many Christians make pilgrimages to these sites to honor her memory and seek spiritual inspiration. These pilgrimage sites highlight Mary Magdalene's importance in Christian faith and her lasting impact. Let's explore some of the most significant places where she is venerated today. One of the most well-known places associated with Mary Magdalene is the town of Saint Maximin la Sainte-Baume in France. According to local tradition, Mary Magdalene spent her last years in a nearby cave, living as a hermit. The Basilica of Saint Maximin la Sainte-Baume is a major pilgrimage destination, housing supposed relics of Mary Magdalene. Another pilgrimage site is the Church of Mary Magdalene in Jerusalem, located on the Mount of Olives. This Russian Orthodox church is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful mosaics and is an important point of visit for pilgrims wishing to honor Mary Magdalene's memory. The church highlights Mary Magdalene's veneration in the Orthodox tradition. In Italy, the city of Florence houses the Church of Santa Maria Maddalena dei Pazzi, dedicated to Mary Magdalene. This church is an example of the deep devotion to Mary Magdalene in the Italian Catholic tradition. Pilgrims visit the site to seek inspiration and reflect on Mary Magdalene's life and legacy. In addition to these places, the town of Magdala on the coast of the Sea of Galilee is also an important pilgrimage destination. Recent archaeological excavations have uncovered a 1st-century synagogue and other artifacts that offer a glimpse into life during Mary Magdalene's time. Pilgrims visit Magdala to connect with the historical origins of Mary Magdalene and her spiritual journey. In various places around the world, Saint Mary Magdalene is celebrated in religious feasts and festivals. These celebrations highlight her importance and lasting impact on Christian faith. From processions in her honor to special masses, these religious practices reflect the deep devotion to Mary Magdalene and her continued importance in the spiritual lives of millions of Christians. Pilgrimage sites dedicated to Mary Magdalene are testaments to her lasting legacy and importance in Christian faith. They offer the faithful the opportunity to honor her memory, seek inspiration, and renew their faith. The veneration of Mary Magdalene around the world highlights her enduring impact and ability to inspire and transform lives. Mary Magdalene is one of the most fascinating and complex figures in Christianity. Her story, from her early years to her crucial role in Jesus' ministry and her continued presence in art, literature, and popular devotion, reveals a woman of deep faith and courage. She transcended the cultural and social barriers of her time to become one of the most influential leaders of early Christianity. Mary Magdalene's impact on Christian faith is profound and lasting. As the first witness to the resurrection, she played a fundamental role in spreading Jesus' message. Her courage in announcing the resurrection to the disciples is a testament to her unwavering faith and devotion. This pivotal moment positioned her as a central figure in Christianity, whose influence is still felt today. Mary Magdalene is also a source of inspiration in art and literature. Her representations have evolved over the centuries, reflecting changes in cultural and religious perceptions. From early penitential images to modern interpretations as a strong and independent woman, Mary Magdalene continues to fascinate and inspire artists and writers. Pilgrimage sites dedicated to Mary Magdalene are testaments to her continued importance in the spiritual lives of millions of Christians. These sites offer the faithful the opportunity to honor her memory, seek inspiration, and renew their faith. The veneration of Mary Magdalene around the world highlights her lasting impact and her ability to transform lives. Saint Mary Magdalene's legacy is a testament to her faith, courage, and devotion. Her story continues to resonate strongly, inspiring Christians of all ages to seek a life of faith and service. Mary Magdalene, as a central figure in Christianity, left an indelible mark on the history of faith and continues to be a source of inspiration and spiritual reflection. Her life and legacy invite us to explore more deeply the richness and complexity of Christianity, recognizing the importance of women in the history of faith. Saint Mary Magdalene, pray for us.